Hello, everybody. Movie Watcher 123 here, and today we are going to be talking about the best and worst moments of one of my favorite shows on Disney Channel, Hamster and Gretel. We're gonna try this again for the second time. This is take two. Like I said, the best and worst moments of Hamster and Gretel, take two. Once my friends join in, we'll get started. Okay, while we are waiting, I'm gonna put down the first episode. And here's the first one. Empower failure. Now, in this episode, high schooler Kevin Grant Gomez is annoyed that he has to drive his little sister Gretel everywhere she has to go. One day, Kevin and Gretel are visited by aliens who bestow superpowers on the siblings to use for good. Kevin is excited about having superpowers, but becomes less so when he learns that the aliens were actually in favor of Gretel's pet hamster, Hamster. As time goes by, Kevin becomes overprotective of Gretel, despite her now having superpowers, which she tends to overuse. This is actually the first episode of this show. Unfortunately, Kevin was so excited to have superpowers. He really wanted them so bad so he can see what it's like to be a superhero. But unfortunately, the aliens chose Hamster instead. Yeah, I can see how upset and jealous Kevin was when he didn't get any superpowers, but instead it was Hamster. This is the first episode of Hamster and Gretel. So I give this one a 10 out of 10. Yep, 10 out of 10. Okay, let's see here. Here is the next one. Okie dokie. Now, in this episode, due to Gretel punching everything she can, destroying a meteor leads to her accidentally destroying her favorite tree. Well, yes, I understand that Gretel has superpowers, but she really needs to be careful not to use them for, you know, personal gain. But unfortunately, after she punches a meteor, she accidentally destroys her favorite tree. And I can see how Gretel was after she did that. Wow. Yes, it may be her first time using or having superpowers, but please, she really needs to be careful how to use them wisely. Okay. Anyway, I hope that Gretel learns how to use her powers wisely when supervillains start showing up. Still, I wish Kevin had superpowers instead of Hamster. Alright. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Alright. Here is the next episode, Recipe for Disaster. Now, in this episode, after accidentally burning the family dinner, Hamster and Gretel search all over town for a replacement, while Kevin tries to prevent his mother, Carolina, from coming home too soon. Yes, it's family dinner night at the Gomez residence. Both Kevin and Gretel had plans, but unfortunately, their mother told them to cancel them because family dinner night was important. Unfortunately, they wanted the family dinner to be ready right away, so Gretel used like what appears to be a heat ray to cook the food faster, but unfortunately she accidentally burnt it. So Hamster and Gretel tries to find a replacement for their dinner before their mother finds out. They tried going to a restaurant, that didn't work. And Kevin tries to prevent his mother from coming home too soon. So anyway, they got home, they got the ingredients to make the family dinner, and at the end of this episode, they thought that they burnt it, but unfortunately, they didn't realize that it was the family dessert. So all ended well, and their family dinner went smoothly. So, anyway, I've seen this many times, and I give this one a 10 out of 10. So, if you have any episodes of Hamster and Gretel you wish to talk about, put them down below in the comments or in the private chat. Okay. Here's the next one, Math Punch. Now, in this episode, Hamster and Gretel face off against a lightning charged cowboy as Dave, Kevin, and Gretel. Now, wait. Hamster and Gretel face off against a lightning charged cowboy as Dave, Kevin, and Gretel's father tries to impress Carolina on their anniversary. So, in the beginning of this episode, Kevin tries to get Gretel to do her math homework, but unfortunately, she finds it very boring and she didn't want to do it. But unfortunately, a lightning charged cowboy came along and starts causing havoc on the whole city. But Gretel didn't know how to beat this guy and has to do math homework to try to figure it out, which she did. Meanwhile, Their dad tries to impress Carolina on their wedding anniversary. Thanks to Gretel's mathematic skills, she managed to defeat the lightning-charged cowboy. I mean, really, we, Gretel needs to learn mathematics more often if she wants to become smart. Anyway, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Okay, let me see here. Okay, next one is superhero sibling rivalry. Now, in this episode, after days of constant arguing, Carolina tells Kevin and Gretel that they need a break from each other. Kevin and Gretel go their separate ways, and while Hamster and Gretel end up fighting twin villains, Fist Puncher and the Destructress, on their own. Kevin goes to the mall with his cousin Fred. In case you're wondering, Fred is short for Wilfred. Also, FYI, Fred is a girl, not a boy, a girl. Remember that. Anyway, in the end of this episode, Kevin and Gretel both made up and stopped arguing with each other. Yeah, and Hamster was reading a few fortunes off some fortune cookies he was eating. I forgot what they were. Anyway, siblings do tend to fight each other, screaming and yelling at each other. Yes, that happens. Anyway, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Okay, let me see here. All right, here's the next one. Close shave. In this episode, Gretel becomes suspicious of her substitute teacher, who she believes is evil. Now, at school, Gretel thought that the new teacher was some type of villain, an evil doer. But unfortunately, Kevin tries to tell her that the teacher is not evil, he's a nice guy. But Gretel was persistent and tries to prove it. Was he evil? Was the teacher evil? No, it wasn't. It was the mustache and beard that was evil. It was making him evil. Yes, her hero hunch got her in trouble in this episode. Yep, that's one for the books. Anyway, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Alright, let me see here. Here's the next one. Cheer, cheer, bang, bang. Now, in this episode, Fred goes undercover as a cheerleader for her high school when she and Kevin learn that cheerleaders for their school are involved in bank robberies. And I thought that the cheerleaders were nice, but unfortunately, they were not. They're all fakes. They're all bank robbers who rob banks out of all their money. Anyway, that's all I know about this episode. Like I said, Fred is short for Wilfred. Fred is a girl, not a boy, a girl. I don't think I've seen this episode, so maybe I should watch it. I'll give it a 10. Let me see what. Okay, here's the next one. La Ballad of La Cebolla. In case you're wondering, cebolla is onions in Spanish. Trust me, I've seen them a lot. Anyway, in this episode, Kevin, Hamster, and Gretel encounter a supervillain with the power to talk to onions. I mean, what? Talk to onions? You gotta be kidding me. Whoever heard about using powers to talk to onions? They're not alive, they're just inanimate objects. Vegetables. Indeed. But you really want to be careful with onions because they can actually affect the tear ducts in your eyes and make you cry. I mean, is that really true? Can onions really make you cry? Wow. Okay. Let's just hope that Hamster and Gretel beat this guy. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Okay. Let me see here. Here's the next episode. Comic Shop Copycat. Now, in this episode, while Kevin tries to gather the courage to talk to his crush, Hiromi, Hamster and Gretel fight off a villain inspired by a comic book. Now, in case you're wondering, Hiromi is Kevin's crush, so he tries to gain the courage to actually talk to her and tell her his feelings. During that day, Hamster and Gretel fight off a villain inspired by a comic book. Let's just hope, for Kevin's sake, that he and Hiromi are going to become boyfriend and girlfriend. Anyway, let's just hope Hamster and Gretel beat this comic book villain. Well, I haven't seen this one, but I probably have to. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Alright. Here's the next episode. Nay, it ain't so. In this episode, Gretel's best friend Bailey, who is unaware of Gretel's superhero persona despite their several similarities, wins a contest to spend the day with her. Gretel tries to avoid as much confrontation as possible to avoid suspicion, which grows more difficult when a half-man, half-horse mutant villain is on the loose. So, what does Gretel have to do now? I mean, she can't like reveal her secret to Bailey. Who knows what'll happen? So Gretel tries to figure out a way to go after this villain without Bailey trying to find out about her superhero persona. Anyway, I give that episode a 10 out of 10. Alright, here's the next episode. Saturday Homecoming Fever. In this episode, Kevin hopes to gain a positive reputation at his school's homecoming dance and get rid of his nickname, Minivan Kid. I think he hates that nickname so much because he has to drive around in a minivan. But unfortunately, Fist Puncher and the Destructress crashed the festivities. The nerve of them. I mean, come on. They have the nerve to try to crash the party? So immature. Kevin was trying to gain a positive reputation by trying to get rid of his nickname, Minivan Kid. He hates that nickname so much that he wants to get rid of it once and for all. But lo and behold, Fist Puncher and the Destructress had to crash the place. Well, I hope that Hamster and Gretel are ready to take them down. Okay. I wish I had superpowers just like them. I wonder what it's like to, be like a superhero. Anyway, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Here's the next one. Dr. Eelgood. Now, in this episode, Hamster and Gretel must fight a monstrous eel while shadowing Dave. Meanwhile, Kevin rushes through his responsibilities, on a beach cleanup trip in order to spend some time with Hiromi. I think Kevin has a thing for Hiromi. He really has a crush on her. So Kevin tries to clean the beach up so that he can spend time with her. While Hamster and Gretel fight a monstrous eel and shadowing Dave at the same time. Oh, let's just hope that they take this monstrous eel down one way or another. Anyway, I give this episode an 8. I haven't seen this episode yet. Maybe I should watch it. Okay, here's the next episode. The opposite of smart. In this episode, the Grant Gomez family dog Churro becomes an internet meme due to his dim-witted nature. Kevin lets his fame go to his head, which makes Gretel jealous. I mean, come on. I understand that uh, someone wants to become famous. There's other things you need to worry about. Gretel got jealous because of that. And now what's she gonna do? Anyway, I give this a 7. Let me see here. Here's the next episode. Birthday Besties. Kevin and Gretel attend Bailey's birthday party while tracking down an unseen villain who has repeatedly vandalized birthday parties in the area. Now, anyway, let me see here. Kevin and Gretel tries to figure out who was the villain that was repeatedly vandalizing birthday parties in their area. So they try to stop him before he can strike again. Anyway, I give this episode a 10. Here's the next episode. I'm bored. This is the title. I'm not saying I'm bored. This is the title for one of the episodes of Hamster and Gretel. Gretel is bombarded with chores, leaving Kevin and Hamster to bond as they fight off a new villain, the Exterminator, without her. So now Gretel is bombarded with chores. She has to clean the house, wash the dishes, everything. Da 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 da. Feeling bored that she has nothing fun to do. Now Kevin and Hamster have to fight off the Exterminator without her. That is just messed up. Let me see here. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Now then. Next one is Cutie and the Beast. Now, in this episode, after battling a size-altering villain dubbed the Amplifier, Hamster and Gretel are tasked with fighting a giant otter, but are hesitant because of its cuteness. Meanwhile, Kevin becomes increasingly jealous over not getting superpowers and tries to create his own superhero alter ego. Yes, now is the time for jealousy to come. So, yes, Kevin was so jealous because Hamster got superpowers instead of him. So he tries to create his own superhero alter ego. Yep, let jealousy take over. Yeah, I get jealous too. A lot. Let me see here. Cutie and the Beast. It's like Beauty and the Beast, but different. Very different. I give this or that episode a 9. Next one, The Night Marionette. Hamster and Gretel fight a supervillain who can materialize people's greatest fears. I mean, really. The Night Marionette. Let's say that you're scared of thunder or the dark. The Night Marionette can materialize that and make your fears come true. People fear pretty much anything: the dark, heights, flying by plane, thunderstorms, anything. Anyway, let's just hope that this villain will be stopped. Hopefully, nobody has to face their greatest fears anymore. Here's the next episode. I'll give the Night Marionette a 10. Now, here's the next episode, Abuelita's World. Now, in this episode, Kevin and Gretel are babysat by their strict grandmother before a giant baby starts rampaging around the city. Yeah, strict. You know how their grandmother is? Their abuelita is so strict that she forbids them from doing certain things. For example, listening to music on headphones. She doesn't permit that. I've only seen part of this episode, but I didn't see the whole episode, so to speak. Now they have to face an even bigger challenge, stopping a giant baby from rampaging all over the city. Yep, strictness. Yeah, I give Applebee's World 10 out of 10. Okay, here's the next one, UFO. This is a two-part episode. Part one is this is part one. During a family trip to Las Vegas, Kevin, Hamster, and Gretel explore the city on their own. But while examining various memorabilia about Hamster and Gretel, Kevin starts to feel left out. Following a mishap, they manage to find the superpower granting aliens whose spacecraft starts attacking the city. Gretel attempts to save the city from the alien spacecraft only to get abducted. Kevin fails to rescue Gretel, although he manages to take a picture of a message the aliens left behind in a field. Meanwhile, Dave and Carolina are intrigued by a water slide that they cannot access without their kids. So yeah, this is part one of UFOO. Dave and Carolina are wanted to go on the water slide, but cannot do that without their kids. So yep. Now here's part two of this episode. With help from Fred, Kevin and Hamster decipher the aliens' message and track them down. Meanwhile, the aliens, revealed to be Fist Puncher and the Destructress, are holding Gretel captive and reveal that they are plotting to destroy the Hoover Dam. Gretel manages to aggravate them by acting like an annoying younger sibling, buying Kevin and Hamster time to rescue her. While Kevin takes control of the ship and frees Gretel, Hamster defeats Fist Puncher and the Destructress. Subsequently, Hamster and Gretel unknowingly ruin Dave and Carolina's plans in attempting to save the city from a flood after the dam breaks. Later on, as the Grant Gomez family reconvenes, Kevin and Gretel begin to question the real aliens' motives. So yeah, so now Kevin and Gretel try to figure out what the real aliens' motives were. Let's just hope that they still come in peace. I'm all about the aliens. I watch a lot of alien invasion movies all the time. I give UFOO Part 1 and 2 a 10 out of 10. Well, yeah, why not? Anyway, here's the next episode, Grounded. While investigating a UFO sighting, Gretel unintentionally neglects her chores, getting herself grounded for the entire weekend. She must now figure out how to fight a mutated Sloppy Joe while confined to her room. So, her chores were to wash the dishes, but unfortunately, Gretel forgets to do them, causing her to get grounded. Now she has to figure out how to fight off a mutated Sloppy Joe monster while confined to her room, as she is grounded. Yes, it's not okay to be grounded. You just have to do what your parents say, otherwise, they will ground you. Yep. Nobody likes to get grounded. Nobody. So, anyway, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Alright, let me see here. Next episode is Sleep Over with the Enemy. In this episode, Gretel and Bailey's plans for a sleepover are altered by Tina, a questionable new student in their class. So Gretel and Bailey were planning a sleepover. Like, I don't know what a sleepover is. I mean, do they even go to sleep? I mean, come on. What is a sleepover anyway? Let me know what a sleepover is. Hang on a sec. Be right back. I'm back, you guys. Gretel and Bailey try to have a good sleepover, but lo and behold, Tina, one of their classmates, joins in, but something's not right with her. So Gretel tries to figure out who she really is. Let's just hope that they have a good sleepover. All right. Let me see here. I give this episode 10 out of 10. Here's the next one. Friday Night Fright. While the Grant Gomez family holds a family game night at their house, Fred and Hiromi team up to prevent robots from taking over the high school. I wonder what games that the Grant Gomez family are playing. I sure hope they have good ones. Anyway, let's just hope that Fred and Hiromi stop those robots from taking over the high school. I give this episode a 9. Just a second. I've added the link again, so if you wish to join, please do so. Anyway, I give Friday Night Fright a 10 out of 10. Just a second. Here's the next one. The Earworm. The Earworm. In this episode, Hamster and Gretel find themselves hypnotized by the jingle for a new breakfast cereal. Wow. I wonder what new breakfast cereal is being sold. But the jingle is hypnotizing people. So they have to figure out who's doing that. Anyway, let's just hope they put a stop to it soon. I give this episode 7. Let me see here. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the next one. A mammoth problem. In this episode, Gretel's science project, a glacier, is accidentally destroyed by Nordal, Professor Exclamation's son, releasing a woolly mammoth into the city. With Hamster preoccupied, the two must team up to stop it. Yep. Looks like they have to stop the woolly mammoth from causing trouble all over the city. A woolly mammoth is a type of prehistoric animal that has these long tusks, longer than an elephant. Let me see here. I give it a 10 out of 10. Mhm. Here's the next episode. The Bantam of the Elementary School Light Opera. Now, in this episode, Gretel has to replace the lead role in the elementary school play, which she is nervous about due to her stage fright. All the while, a series of strange occurrences interrupt the production. Yes, it's true that some people actually develop stage fright because they have to perform live in front of a huge audience. Yes, I get nervous a bit too, but I had to gain the courage to give the people the performance they want to see, and I did. Yes, it's true I get a little nervous, but I managed to fight off my stage fright and give it my all. Wow. Anyway, I just hope that you guys will fight off your stage fright and give the people what they came here to see, a good performance. Let me see here. Here's the next one. Hamnesia. In this episode, Hamster gets amnesia after getting hit by a truck and is taken in by a boy named Billy, while Gretel and Kevin try to search for Hamster. Yes, it's true. When people develop amnesia, they can't remember a thing. They can't remember who they are, eh, who their friends and family are, etc. So they try to get Hamster's memory back one way or another. I just hope that I don't develop amnesia. You gotta be kidding me. Hang on a sec. Just a second. I've seen this episode and I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Now here's the next episode, Romancing the Scone. While Gretel and Nordel are forced to do a book report together, they encounter a robot and a scone that was given powers by the aliens. Meanwhile, Kevin takes Hamster to the vet. Yes, I wonder whose idea was it to pair Gretel and Nordel up together. Probably was the teacher. Kevin takes Hamster to the vet. Just so you know, vet is short for veterinarian, which is a doctor for animals. Man, I haven't had any scones in a long time. Anyway, I give that episode a 10 out of 10. Okay, let me put down the next episode. Here's the next episode. For Whom the Bell Trolls. Now, in this episode, when a social media influencer named Belle starts a smear campaign against Hamster and Gretel, Bailey tries to clear their names. So, yeah, this girl, Belle, tries to get Hamster and Gretel in trouble for something they didn't do. So Bailey does the best she could to try to clear their names. Yep. That's what happens. Internet trolls, they always like to get people in trouble for something they didn't do. Bailey is very trustworthy. Anyway, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Now, let me see here. Hang on a sec. Okay, this is going to be the last episode I'm going to talk about. Then I'm going to end the stream. Okay, so here's the last episode. An art house divided. Now, in this episode, at an advanced screening of a movie, a film producer named Art House forces people at the theater to watch his boring movie instead. Unfortunately, I don't think that people would want to watch something like that. People come to see of good movie. Nothing boring. That's right. Nothing boring. Anyway, I go to a movie theater all the time. And what I expect to see is a good movie. That's right. A good movie. You, hang on a sec. You know, the next movie that comes out, I'm going to make sure I see it. Just a second. I sure hope that the next movie that comes out in theaters, it will be amazing. Why people are not joining? I mean, what gives? I know. I mean, I did this last week and nobody joined. I even provided the StreamYard link, and still nobody is joining. It's just crazy. Well, let's just hope that the next live stream I do, there's going to be people joining. Anyway, I'm glad that this live stream went so, or because nobody joined. I hope that you guys will join my next live stream, and this has been a great one. Uh, oh, hang on. Hello, Rails of El Paso, Texas. How are you doing today? I was just about to end it because nobody joined. I provided the StreamYard link. However, if you have any episodes of Hamster and Gretel, you was, oh, okay, come right in. Let's talk. Okay. Oh, hang on a sec. Ah, here he comes right now.
Hey yo, haha.
Hey,
I barely came just in time.
I see.
Yeah, I barely came in time before you ended the stream. I'm like, no, I don't want this dude to end the stream.
Yeah, I know.
You were about to, right? But you didn't because I was just here. Barely made it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to end it too.
Yeah. Yeah. I came. I I just came from a trip from. Alamogordo, New Mexico. So yeah,
Ah, I see. What did you think about the train video I made?
cool. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I only go there when I go to New York with my dad.
Well, I mean, because I like trains, so you're like, oh, I want to record this train because I have a user that likes trains. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
anyway, when you go to a railroad crossing to record a train, how can you tell if there's going to be one coming? Do you need like a scanner or something?
Uh, yeah, but usually, you hear the horn from far away, so that tells you the train is coming.
Oh, I see. Because every time I go through a crossing on the bus, I don't see no trains coming.
Well, I guess because probably, I don't know, just don't know the schedule, sadly.
Oh, the schedule. How did I
Yeah.
not see that?
No, I mean the schedule for Amtrak or for the train that is in your city.
Oh, yes, yes, because I know one crossing on Grand Avenue, New Haven.
New
The
Haven, wow.
Yeah, New Haven. That's my hometown.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's only one crossing on Grand Avenue, and the only cross train that goes through there is Providence and Worcester.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, one time when I was going to downtown New Haven on the bus, I saw
Mhm.
I saw that the crossing was activated, but I couldn't get it on video because I was far away.
Oh yeah. Hey, bro, did you see my YouTube short about that I got a crossing gates and a broken gate and a broken light? Have you seen it?
Oh no, I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that's cool. I got two things on the same day.
Yes,
Yeah.
I,
Are
I
are you gonna end the stream now, bro, or no? Or not yet?
well, I'm about to end it. The
Okay,
thing.
you what?
So anyway, what YouTube video or live stream I should make next? Any ideas?
I don't know, bro. Like I guess I don't know.
Ah, I
Like
see.
I think SpongeBob next. I don't know. Have you done SpongeBob yet or no?
I did. I did do
Oh,
SpongeBob.
okay, okay. I was gonna ask, did this dude just uh did SpongeBob? I was gonna ask, but yeah, you did. I know. Alright. Uh, I don't know. Like, don't know what to pick. But
Maybe I'll have to think of one.
when you think, when are you gonna live stream again?
Well, I have to. Well, it depends which one I'm going to do because Sundays I go to church and I have to come up with a live stream to do.
Or maybe you can do it on Saturdays because you don't go to church on Saturdays, right?
Well, that's true. I don't go to church on Saturdays, only on Sundays.
Yeah. So you just I think just make it Saturday. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Saturday, I think I should do it Saturdays.
Yeah, because you say on Sunday you go to church, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I do go to church on Sundays.
Hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, how many
Anyway, oh, sorry.
how many trains have you caught so far?
uh, Today I missed the train.
Ah, nuts.
Exactly. It's cause
You
I was so busy, like, going. I just came back from Alamogordo, New Mexico, so
nuts.
exactly.
Yeah, I've been to the crossing on Grand Avenue sometimes, and lo and behold, a train starts coming through.
So,
But on the day of my 21st birthday, me and my mom was on the city bus, I think, or was it the other time? I couldn't see the I couldn't see the train because the ding dang bus was in the way.
I
And
I hate when people like ruin my shot when the train comes.
yeah, I couldn't see my hometown's train because the CT transit bus was in the way.
Dumb buses.
Yeah, they're big vehicles.
Like, come on, they should know we're real fans.
Yeah, but you don't want to
Well,
get them.
yeah.
You don't want to get them upset because
No, getting upset uh, to people, I mean, getting the people upset is not cool. That's, no. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back, bro. Hold on.
all right.
I gotta go now, bro. See you next time.
All right. See ya
Goodbye.
later. Well, everyone, this is the end of the live stream, and I hope that you guys will join in next time I do another one, please, because I don't want to have to be the only one to do them by myself. So, anyway, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Until then, stay cool.